Hello friends, and welcome to today's video where we're going to talk about Xdinary Heroes' LIVELOCK album. So, let's go over this video is going to work because I'm tired and I want to get into it. I'm going to run through the track list. I'm going to give you my thoughts on each song, and then I'm going to give this album a score out of 10 at the end. However, I do have a few disclaimers before we continue. Disclaimer number 1, this album came out yesterday. I've heard it twice, let's just say. I'm 2 listens in, and my opinions on all these songs very much may change over time. Second disclaimer is, of course, my standard one. Everything I say in this video is just my opinion. You do not have to agree with my opinion because, as the mug always says, music is subjective, and that is great. Okay, now that we have all of that out of the way, let's get started. And first up, we have Freddie, and it's kind of amazing. Like, I don't think I've ever called an Xdinary Heroes song that before. I don't think I've ever called one amazing, but I'm willing to with this one. I think this is their first amazing song. Like, it has earned that moniker. From the first second, the song had me enthralled because the musical opening is exceptional, and then also the musical outro is a bit of a masterpiece, like a smidge masterful, and then just throughout the song, it's just great background music. As for the verses, I was into them. The first one, it had this almost dark vibe to it. Hear me out. I had a vision for this song, okay? Specifically this verse in a Western murder mystery. I can't explain it, but that is the vibe I was getting. The second verse is just as good as the first. I actually like it more than the first somehow. Like, the second verse of this song is a moment. The pre-chorus is also masterful. Like, it flows so perfectly from the verses and then into the chorus. Like, not to mention it hits. Like, it's just doing everything I want a pre-chorus to do. And speaking of the chorus, I adore it for the most part. I don't love the second half. Like, I don't hate it. I can obviously sit through it, but it's not my favorite part of the song. However, the first half of the chorus is so incredible, I don't even care about the second half. Like, the first half is doing more than enough heavy lifting. In summary, I would say this is their best song. Personally, for my music taste, this is their best song. It will also forever hold the distinction of being the first Xdinary Hero song in my Apple Music. I did add this song. I've heard it like 3 times now. It's good. I really like it. I plan on listening to it more at work today. But also, I can't tell. Maybe this is just like a me thing in my brain. I can't tell if they're just starting to slowly shift into a more pop rock sound that I personally love, or if I'm starting to get more into rock. Given my feelings on other songs on this album, I assume it's more of the former, but either way, I like this song. I'm not going to complain. On to the next song, which is also the title track, Break My Break. Love the song title, but also, I think this is probably their best title because, for the most part, I was into this song. Like, there were some parts I didn't like, but for the most part, I was enjoying myself. Let's start with what I didn't like. The chorus. It's too loud, it's too shouty, it's not for me, it's not for Simon. However, I will concede it is not their worst chorus, especially, like, by them for their titles. I really don't like a lot of Xdinary Heroes choruses, so this one, by comparison, is far from the worst. The second verse is also not the best, if you ask me. Xdinary Heroes has good rappers in their group. I've heard them rap. I know they can. However, these verses just didn't sound like their best work. Again, not awful, not the worst thing I've ever heard, but definitely not their best work. That said, the first verse is amazing. Like, it's a bit excellent. Something about the way that the lyrics are being sung, like the way the members are singing them, kind of hits in a way that I can't explain, but I was really into it. Like, the verse as a whole is just a moment, honestly. As for the pre-chorus, it's pretty good. I think personally, I would like it more if it went into a better chorus. However, that's not what we got. But even so, like, this is a solid pre-chorus, and I was feeling it. Big picture, though, I still think this is their best title just because it doesn't hurt me in the way some of their older titles do. And also, I enjoyed various parts of the song. Like, there's less I dislike in this, so there's that. Plus, I can just listen to the first verse and skip it, which is what I'll probably do. Next up, we have Pluto, and everyone shut up. Everyone shut the fuck up. Xdinary Heroes made a pop rock song. It's all I've ever wanted for them, and I'm so happy with it. I need to calm down. It's not really pop rock. Just the first verse is giving pop rock. However, that first verse is excellent, and also the pre-chorus, very pretty. The chorus itself, though, isn't really all that poppy, if you ask me. It's still good, don't get me wrong. I did still enjoy it enough, but it's not really a pop rock banger. It's good. Again, like, it's good. I don't want to make it sound like it's bad, but it's not what I wanted. However, this is still the closest we've gotten to pop rock by them, so I'm willing to take it because it's all I've ever wanted from them. Like, I've been saying for years now, not years, but like at least a year probably, if Xdinary Heroes wants me to die on a hill for their music, like if they want me to go to war for their music, they just need to make pop rock songs. Like, I'll do it. I will be sitting here day in, day out praising them for it. However, we haven't gotten that, but we're getting progress. We're getting progress, we're getting closer, and I'm excited. Anyway, next up is Enemy, and it's fine. It's on the rockier side of their sound, which means I tend not to love it as much as, say, a poppier song, because I'm a pop girl. However, this song, again, it's fine. But since we're here, let's just talk about what I liked, okay? The second half of the first verse is good, as is the entirety of the admittedly short second verse. So, what didn't I like? The chorus. The chorus was my primary gripe with this song. It's not that it was too loud, thankfully. However, it just wasn't giving all that much. Like, I feel like it was lacking some form of oomph, and I wasn't all that into it. On to the next song, which is Bad Chemical, and it's another no for me. It's another no for me. I'm sorry. This song was killed by its background music. I kind of hate the background music. It's just on the louder side at times, and even the parts that aren't too loud annoy me in a weird way, which sucks. It sucks because with different background music, I could have actually seen myself being a bit into this song. Like, not the biggest fan of it, but I could have enjoyed it a lot more. However, unfortunately, that's not what we got. Like, the verses are good. The second verse in particular, it has a Disney rock vibe to it, okay? It sounds like, hear me out. If you gave me, Simon, something that wouldn't feel out of place in, like, camp rock, I will stream it for hours on loop. You will have me ready to ride or die for that song. And we could have had that here if the background music was different. Also, the pre-chorus, solid pre-chorus into that. Also, the chorus could have been great if it was less shouty. As a whole, though, the background music, again, just kills the song for me. I might have to Stockholm myself. I might have to do it just because there's a lot in the song that I enjoy, so I might have to convince myself it's not that bad, but we'll see what happens. We have reached the penultimate song on this album, which is Paranoid, and I'm going to call this our obligatory ballad on the album because it feels like the vocals in this song are definitely taking front and center space. This is a much more vocally forward song, while the background music obviously is still there, like they're still playing the instruments, but it's a more toned down sound. And honestly, it's nice. I think I said this about their last more vocally based song, but I feel like in a group like Xdinary Heroes where you're a rock band, you don't really get to show off good vocals in the same way you would in like a pop group. And that kind of sucks because Xdinary Heroes has talented singers in the group, and I like when groups do songs like this that allow them to show that off more. The one thing that I will say about this song, though, that's on the more negative side, it's not the best song I've ever heard. Like, it's not the best ballad I've ever heard. If it came up on autoplay, I'd probably listen to it. However, I can't really see myself ever seeking it out to listen to. Okay, last but not least, we have Again, Again. And this song, hear me out, it feels like it is one rung above pop rock, like towards the rocker side of things. It feels like lowercase pop with a capital rock. And I usually prefer the opposite. However, we're going to take what we can get, so I'm going to take this song. I love the intro, okay? It was such a good way to start the song. I'm really into it. The first verse is giving a lot of mess, but fun, okay? Like, the lyrics are a disaster, but the verse itself is fun, and also the second half is kind of great. The second verse, a bit more complex. The first rap isn't my favorite. It's not the best. However, the second rap is quite good. No notes for that rap. That rap just vibes. The pre-chorus is also quite good. It slows it down in the first half, and then in the second half, it just goes off, and it's a bit of a moment, if you ask me. The chorus continues the chaotic but fun energies, and while I may have to lie to myself a little bit to get me there, I can see myself definitely loving it. In summary, I would have preferred a slightly poppier song from them. I'm still waiting for my pop rock banger, but this is campy, and it's fun, and it's chaotic, and it's good. Like, I liked this song, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens after I listen to it a few more times. But that's all I have to tell you about this album. So with that, I just score a time, and overall, I'm going to give it an 8.6 out of 10. Hear me out. In addition to containing what I think is their best song, it also hurt me a lot less than past albums, and I think we're making steps in the right direction for me and me alone to love their music. So yeah, 8.6 out of 10. And that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment your thoughts on this album down below. Let me know how you feel. You can also like and subscribe if you want to, or don't. I will be okay either way. And in the description, I'm going to put all my other Xdinary Heroes reviews, so you can check all those out if you so choose. And yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye!